to talk to you today about the idea of talking in between songs. We haven't discussed that concept in quite a while, and so I wanted to address it again. And part of this comes out of, I did a video recently that's not really part of this series, where I was addressing an article that had been written a while back called 6 Reasons Why We Don't Need Song Leaders in Worship. And it was kind of odd article, all right, but one of the reasons was because song leaders have a tendency to talk, and my response was that's a bad thing but I know what the writer was referring to is I've been in services where the worship leader just starts talking between songs, maybe between every song, but also just kind of spontaneously sharing, and they say something that maybe they shouldn't say, or they say something that's kind of awkward, whatever. And so from that perspective, I get what the writer is saying. But at the same time, I have been in lots of services where the worship leader had thought through beforehand how to introduce a particular song, maybe a quick story from their own life, maybe a scripture, whatever, and then go into the song. And it just made it more meaningful for us as the congregation because we're thinking more along the lines of what the song is actually saying before we actually go into it. And that can be a powerful tool. Now, here's what I'm not saying. I'm not telling you to talk in between every single song, all right? One of the things that I have said in the past on these videos is that I see it kind of as a progression. If I'm leading worship for a segment in the service, that I typically start out talking more to the people, and as we go along, we're talking more to God. So more songs that talk about God, more songs that talk to God. I'm talking to the people. Here I'm talking to God. So at the beginning or toward the beginning, I'm more apt to introduce a song by talking about a concept or an idea that has to do with that song. And that, again, can be a very powerful idea. But one of the things that I really, really recommend is if you do that, and I think you should at least consider it, what you need to do is to think about it beforehand. You don't just go up there and kind of off the cuff, wing it kind of thing. Think of it from the perspective of your pastor. Your pastor typically is going to spend hour upon hour getting ready for the sermon. He's thinking about what he's going to say and oftentimes even how he's going to say it. And so he's able to articulate the concept really, really well. And I think that we as worship leaders have this idea that we're better speakers than we are or whatever, and we just go up there and kind of wing it, and I don't think that's a good idea. So my suggestion for you is that if you wanted to use that idea, maybe again toward the beginning of the time worship to introduce a song, one of the first couple of songs perhaps, is to really think about it beforehand. What am I going to say? How am I going to say it? What is it that I'm trying to get across to the people? And plan it. And then when you're in there, then actually do it the way that you had prepared to. I think that can be a powerful tool to use to get people focused even before we jump into the song. So I want you to consider that this week.
Brought to you by myworshipleadingcoach.com.
Helping you to be more fully equipped as a worship leader.